All right, guys, welcome back to Subliminal Escapes. My name is Steven Stangalini. We appreciate you being here with us on YouTube. Our Japan journey continues, where today we go from the Ueno neighborhood of Tokyo and make our way to Kanazawa. Today's method of transportation will be via high-speed rail, also known as the Shinkansen. A couple things I want to talk about in this video, guys. Number one, when riding the Shinkansen in Japan, where do you buy your tickets? The way we did it back at home in the United States is we chose to buy them online on the JR website. Now, depending on which region in Japan you're traveling, you can either use the JR East website, the JR West website. I believe there's a couple of other ones. Once we bought our tickets on that website, then it was a matter of once we got to a Shinkansen station, going to a kiosk inside of the station. In this example, it was at Ueno station, entering our confirmation information, and then retrieving the tickets out of the kiosk. I believe in some cases there was a window we would go to do the same thing. If you opt to buy your ticket at the station in Japan, be it any stations that service the Shinkansen, you can do that as well. I'm not sure if you're going to have to wait in a line, if there's any lack of availability on the train, if you buy it at the station the day you travel. That's something you might want to look into. One of the interesting things about ticketing for the Shinkansen is once we received our tickets, and I Googled this topic many times, I couldn't find the answer. We were each given 4 tickets. It looked like one of them was an itinerary, one of them was a ticket that goes into the machine per the first segment of the journey. Another one was another ticket for the second segment of the journey, and I believe the fourth one was some type of receipt. As silly as it sounds, again, I may be incorrect with this information, and it kind of was silly to me the way it operated, but you stick all 4 pieces of paper into the machine, the ticket reader that is, it will spit out what it doesn't need. So it'll give you a copy, I believe, of your itinerary for the first journey, or for the whole trip rather. It'll give you a copy of the first ticket. It'll give you a copy of the second ticket, because the first ticket now it belongs to the machine. You just go and get on board the train, I think. Don't quote me on that, guys, because it was very confusing to me. Let me know what your experience is with that, because again, it can be much more advanced than that archaic way of doing things. That brings up many questions that we get. Can you use your Suica card or your IC card when riding the Shinkansen? In one of our videos, we discussed using an IC card, which is a physical card you can get at a train station, any of the train stations in Japan, including some convenience stores such as Family Mart or 7-Eleven, or you can download the digital version, which is what we did. As convenient as it would have been to be able to ride the Shinkansen and utilize tickets on the Suica card, that was not an availability to us. The area where you board the Shinkansen in a Shinkansen station is different from the area where you board a normal JR train. Once you're in these train stations, and guys, if you've never been to any of these stations before in Japan, I tell you, they are massive, they are overwhelming. There is signage that can help you, but the thing you're looking for is on any of the signage throughout these stations where the word Shinkansen is. So as you're going, and you may have been used to riding a train for 4 or 5 days in Japan like we were, you're not going to go to the same platforms. It's a completely separate area in the station where you'll ride the Shinkansen. The signage will tell you Shinkansen this direction. Follow the signs, process your ticket however you may to get through the fare gates, and then continue on to the platform where your Shinkansen boards. On board the Shinkansen, there is food offered in grand class. I'm not sure if that comes in first class. I'm not sure if that comes in coach. There are 3 classes of travel on the Shinkansen: coach, first, and grand class. If you do have a grand class ticket, food is provided. There is an attendant who comes through the train. They give you your meals in the form of a bento box. I don't believe there was the option of choice. I think it's one size fits all. The food was pretty good. However, my wife had a wonderful idea, and this is important. If you don't want to take a chance with the food you may get that the JR line or the Shinkansen provides in grand class, you can go to a number of restaurants in the train station prior to boarding your train and get a small box box, not really a bento box, but very similar. You can purchase that ahead of time, bring it on board the train and eat it. When you're riding the Shinkansen, guys, don't forget, double check your ticket train number. Now, you might be riding a train at a specific time, let's say an 11:05 a.m. departure from Ueno to Kanazawa, and you may be in seat 1, 2, 3, or whatever it may be. I don't have the ticket in front of me. It will say specifically which train car you want to be in. And those of you who ride the Shinkansen regularly, please let me know in the comments if that is correct information. So not to give out misinformation, but there was a time where we boarded one of our trains. We ended up in the incorrect section, and inadvertently we ended up in the wrong seats. Even though the seat number was the same as displayed on my ticket, I'm looking at it like, okay, this is seat A and B. I should be in seat A and B, but it turns out I was on the wrong side of the train. An embarrassment, a learning experience, not the first one to do it. That is something you need to be aware of. So when you're at the platform waiting for the Shinkansen, it's usually numbered which train car will be. Like if you're standing here in front of you, it may say car number 2, car number 3, front, rear type deal. Look more into that so you don't go through the hassle of ending up on the wrong side of the train and having to make your way all the way through the train to get to the correct seats. All right, guys, let's continue the journey. Let's see what Grand Class has to offer when you pay for such a thing on the Shinkansen through Japan. Is it worth the price? Is it better just to do first class, or is it better just to go coach? I do know the difference is the seat quality, the amount of room you have, and the level of comfort. That is personal preference. We had to try it because why not? When in Japan, why not try these kind of things? We, in our opinion, thought riding Grand Class was worth it for the time being. I don't know if I would do it every journey, but it's something you have to try. It gives you a sense of prestige. It's kind of exclusive, and it's very, very comfortable, guys. It makes your journey go by like that. Riding the Shinkansen, Japan's high-speed bullet train, evokes a unique and almost surreal feeling, a blend of futuristic marvel and quiet serenity. As you step on board, there's a sense of precision and cleanliness that immediately sets the tone. The doors glide shut with a soft hiss, and as the train begins to move, the acceleration is smooth and almost imperceptible. Within seconds, you're gliding across the landscape at 200 plus miles per hour, yet inside, it's astonishingly quiet. There's no jolting, no rattling, just a low hum and the occasional gentle sway. Outside the window, scenery blurs. Mountains, rice fields, and cities whip past in streaks of green and gray. It's a bit like time travel. The distance you're covering doesn't match the sensation in your body. You sit still, comfortable, unbothered by the speed, yet every minute takes you somewhere far away. There's also an unexpected calm, an atmosphere of respect and quiet shared by everyone on board. No loud phone calls, no commotion. It feels peaceful, even meditative. In a way, riding the Shinkansen is like experiencing the future. Fast, efficient, effortless, yet deeply rooted in Japanese values of order, harmony, and respect. Soon our journey would come to an end when we finally arrive in Kanazawa. The journey only took about 2 hours. It was not bad at all, and our hotel was located just outside of Kanazawa Station. The choice we made to book a hotel next to Kanazawa Station was extremely convenient. The hotel we booked in Kanazawa was the first American brand hotel we booked in Japan. I was expecting a typical American hotel experience, even though I desired a traditional Japanese hotel experience. But let me tell you, we were amazed at the level of quality, comfort, cleanliness, and service we got at Hyatt Centric Kanazawa. The room was modern, immaculate, very clean, yet still give you this sense that you were in Japan. All the comforts you could desire in a hotel room, and then some. Would we stay at the Hyatt Centric Kanazawa again? Absolutely. This is a place you might want to check out if you want something conveniently located without any hassle. After we left the Hyatt Centric Hotel, we decided to walk to Omicho Market. Similar to the feeling and the vibe of Ueno, yet indoors, air-conditioned, a little bit different, being that we were in northern Japan versus the hustle and bustle of Tokyo. We knew we had to have seafood. It was time to stop for lunch because we were hungry from our journey, and we had some of the best sashimi, sushi, fresh fish that we have ever had. I opted for a bowl of fresh crab, and I tell you, unbelievably amazing. We continued to explore the market a little bit longer, then we decided we wanted to walk around and have a sense of what the local feeling was like walking through Kanazawa. Wandering through the narrow stone-paved streets, you pass locals on bicycles and elderly shopkeepers sweeping their storefronts. Golden light bounces off rain-washed tiles, and the occasional ringing of a bell marks the time at a nearby temple. The atmosphere feels paused, like a scene held in reverence. You make your way through various neighborhoods where the trees stand tall and serene. Even in the stillness of fall, the garden feels alive. You under many trees to take advantage of the shade, watching sunlight filter through the leaves in shifting, dappled patterns. The quiet afternoon air in Kanazawa hums with a gentle calmness, as if the city itself is taking a slow, deep breath. You begin your walk near the Nishi-Chaya district, where sunlight spills across latticed wooden facades. As we continued to walk through these quiet neighborhoods, we made our way to the Sayagawa Bridge. Once we made our way back to downtown, it was something that we have grown to see as familiar. Shops everywhere, places to eat, kind of a lively environment, not as lively as Tokyo. After our ramen dinner, we made our way back to the hotel for a good night rest, and we were exhausted. But the next day we had a lot planned. Breakfast in Kanazawa, make our way to the train station, ride the Shinkansen to Kyoto, and continue this Japan journey of a lifetime. We found a spot that we had to take a brief cab ride to called Cafe Tamon. It was an extremely peaceful neighborhood. They only sold very few items on the menu, and the souffle pancakes were to die for. Everything there was so fresh. The coffee, the orange juice, even the garnish on the plate. Absolutely delicious. One of the best things I ate in Japan the entire time I was there. Hands down. And we had to do it again in Kyoto with a similar concept, but a different style restaurant. After enjoying our breakfast, we ventured across the street to a very tranquil temple and took in the scenery. There's an odd sense of peacefulness as you walk through these streets in Kanazawa. It's almost a spiritual feeling, if I may, because you don't experience this a lot in the hustle and bustle of life back in the United States. And this type of living situation, or this type of being rather, in Kanazawa, is something that I do definitely desire. It's very tranquil as you walk through these streets. We walked a couple blocks to meet our Uber ride or our cab ride to take us to the train station to continue our journey to Kyoto. After a quick cab ride, we arrived at Kanazawa Station for yet another ride on the Shinkansen to Kyoto. What an awesome 24 hours it has been going from Ueno to Kanazawa on the world's fastest train to exploring a laid-back city in northern Japan, having great food, exploring many different places in Kanazawa, waking up, having a wonderful breakfast. The journey continues. This next video is going to showcase us making our way yet again on another Shinkansen from Kanazawa to Kyoto. Once we get to Kyoto, we get checked into our hotel, we get our bearings, and we explore Nishiki Market, which is one of the places you have got to try when you go to Kyoto. Guys, you've been watching Subliminal Escapes on YouTube. My name is Steven Stangolini. We always appreciate you being here, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for being here.